ever crush a bunch of garbage food and then go to the bathroom, look in the mirror, and remind yourself you're the baddest motherfucker alive in order to justify your actions? Probably not. No, why would you do that? I've never done that either. You know, I kind of feel the need to say this because I've been thinking a lot about The Wire Season 1 as I've been watching Season 2. The Wire, obviously, in its first season, maybe not so much in its second, but it spent a lot of time in its first season labeling life a game, right? The game, whether it be in business or policing or the drug trade, whatever it is, the big game that is life. On multiple occasions, I was like, the game, there it is again. Yes, we manipulate others. Yes, we manipulate, dodge the system to obtain status, or we utilize the system. Maybe the game analogy, whether they evoke that through a game of chess being played in the pit, or conversations about McDonald's and chicken nuggets, maybe that was a little heavy-handed. Maybe just the repeating the word game over and over and over again was a little heavy-handed. And don't get me wrong, I love Season 1. It was just a thought I had the other day, and I don't know if I like that sentiment as much. It's a bit of a nihilistic sentiment. Maybe not. I guess in general, I am impressed by how objective this show is and the lens it uses to view everything, American society and whatnot. I'm not really saying anything explicitly right now. I'm just airing some thoughts because I want to make it clear that on this channel, I'm not married to my initial thoughts, opinions, or ideas in regards to anything, whether it be a review or a reaction or anything. Because how I view everything changes upon further reflection. There are movies and TV shows I hated my first time around and then grew to love them. I remember I had a conversation with someone who helped me to view it in a different light. My point is, my point is, I'm not rigid when it comes to my opinion. I allow it room to grow. And maybe the labeling life a game thing is a bit rigid and reductive, like I said. Someone commented, I think on episode 1 of season 2, that there's hope. There's always hope. And hope stems from, I'm paraphrasing this person, hope stems from the ability of an individual to grow and learn. And in turn, play the game better. Maybe. I don't know. That was pointless. Maybe I'll cut all that out. This is a show about human nature. How we have to make everything. We always feel the need to say, all just a game. Because then we don't have to face the reality of how complicated, confusing, wrong everything feels all the time. Because that's a hell of a lot more painful and less fun than analogies and metaphors. I'm doing this thing now where I talk before I start watching a show and I'm just facing this way as opposed to, because I don't expect to be talking that long, sorry. Episode 4, Hard Cases. Sabatka reprimands his nephew Nick for stealing the cameras and orders him to bring the cargo back. And it looks like Burrell and Velchecker have a conversation in the thumbnail. That'll be interesting. Frank and his lovely bald spot, one that I will soon adopt. My shower is any indication.
What's up?
Great view.
Yeah.
The harbor, I mean.
Yeah, not me.
It's fucking picturesque is what it is.
Sarcasm?
Good morning, I ask myself. Is today the day I drive down to Fort Armistead, stare out at the harbor? Uncle Frank will call, wake my ass up at 7 in the goddamn morning, tell me to get my ass down there for some mysterious fucking reason. So, hey.
I think he found out about the cameras. He must have, right?
Good anchorage, good cranes, good railroads, close to I-95, a lot of people ready to work, right? That's my fucking town. Why come unless you know your cargo's gonna move fast and clean through the port? Except that the Baltimore gang will turn your ship around faster than any other port. And a Baltimore gang will make sure your cargo, all your cargo, gets where it needs to go faster than anywhere else. We ain't back in the day, Nicky. The cameras come back.
They're gone.
You know the Dasco line's a cunt hair away from taking their business down in Norfolk? I don't need this shit right now.
I need the money.
God damn it! You ain't hearing me!
You try living on 5 or 6 days a month, see how fast it puts you on your ass. Frank.
You need money, you come to me.
Oh yeah, Frankie Sabaka's father fucking Christmas on the docks lately. No doubt his pockets are full, huh?
You think it's from me? Is that what you think, huh? It ain't about me, Nick!
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
You got Ziggy mixed up in this? Jesus, Nick, the fuck are you thinking? Well, let's go to work. How much?
20.
I like how it panned up to the bridge trucks.
Who's the inside man?
Oh, now he's talking about, now he wants to know how, okay, so let's make the best of this then.
Nobody should flash too much money, you know that much, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Honestly, that was an extraordinarily powerful scene. I'm trying to process what just happened, kinda. Because we had Frank, who first was like, this is sort of everything we're dealing with, that I'm dealing with, and how what you're doing affects everyone else. It affects our reputation, my ability to get work for everybody. And the irony of that is, you need more work. And what you're doing is going to be counterproductive in that regard. And then the acting there was really good by the guy who plays Frank, too. I really felt that. Him unloading on Nick like that, and then once he realized we can't get the cameras back, he's like, well, all right, well, let's just do this, do that, you know. Jesus Christ, man. Like I was saying, this is a show about human nature, and I really feel the character's desperation that I can relate to. I'm sure plenty of people can relate to. If I hear the music, I'm gonna dance, Greg's. Good for you, Kima. I can support that.
This was intentional?
Well, that's the ME's call. But I've seen street packages cut all the time with all kind of chemicals. Seriously,
Yeah.
You don't use too much, you give a weak package some kick. People start thinking you high grade when what you got is stepped on trash with a little bit of rat poison mixed in.
Dude, it's an issue. Don't buy anything off the street anymore, guys. Don't ever buy drugs
You
anymore.
can't win the war on drugs in a prison. Where the hell you gonna win it, I ask you?
Yeah, no shit. You can't win the war on drugs in a prison. It's wild that Avon just Walt Whited a bunch of inmates by spiking drugs.
Colonel?
What the fuck? The look on Rawls' face.
Gilligan, little buddy.
That's funny.
Ooh, ouch. You got some paper from inside the can? A letter, a couple envelopes, some scraps of stuff.
How are you allowed to work this case, McNulty?
Before you start dancing with your Jane Doe, I'm gonna need a little something from you on the Gant case.
Omar.
You found Omar.
I never lost him, my friend.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he was protecting him. Sort of.
He's got Omar?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude, they hang out every Friday. Who's Omar? Come on. With it. Program. Watch season 1.
My papers are in.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get assigned to the detail, right?
But I'm offering to clean the slate here. You and me. Now, if I'm gonna give myself a chance to make my mark on this place, I'll need good people. All right. You're a snake.
I think you're a snake, Burrow.
Scalise is gonna retire this summer. You do me a good turn on this detail in the Southeast, and you'll have that posting.
Oh, man, Frank's fucked. Frank's fucked. You throw Daniels in there.
Look, you're arrogant and disloyal.
I wouldn't say he's disloyal. He's loyal to the game. Oh, he's nice. Loyal to the work, man. Doing it right.
My sense of it is that Stan Valchek has got some personal issues with somebody in one of the port unions. He thinks they got too much money. And so, being Valchek, he gets a detail.
This is so fucking spicy. Because, obviously, everyone's... Yeah, this is going to bring everybody back together.
Asked for me by name, didn't he?
Yeah, because
you two
of
are
price.
trading horses and you need me in the corral.
Right. But this is why they want you to do it, because you're good at connecting the dots.
How about this?
The president
If I bring in a case,
told him about how good Daniels
you make the
was.
detail permanent as a major case unit within CID.
Get the fuck out of here, dude! So the unit's gonna be all the old reliables. Get the fuck out of here.
I choose my own people.
Let's go, people! Let's go! I said that was predictable in one of my reactions. And it is. But I like that everyone's gonna be together. We had to. I would have been annoyed as fuck if everyone was just doing random shit elsewhere. That woman was definitely trafficked. She doesn't look like someone who would choose that life. Ah, she's probably desperate.
Civil service, man. They tossing shit to you in the cell, man.
Silver Surfer. We're back in all these comics.
Go below that shit up, they know what the fuck he was doing.
Real quick, I know that people. Obviously, D'Angelo's not suspicious of Avon, given the fact that Avon warned him kind of inadvertently. Made him think it was just he just wanted him to get better, but no, he just didn't want him to die. Sort of the same thing, but not really.
Huh.
Oh, the jacket. What was I going to say before? Something about how we all have been in very desperate situations in our lives. A lot of us economically, and we blame the government, we blame people, we blame whatever. Wherever we are in the world, whatever our circumstances may be, we want that to be portrayed so people can understand what's happening. I think that's what's so important and powerful about this series, and why some people may have been upset that this season's focusing on blue collar versus the first season was on the inner city and, you know, the drug trade. I think it is important to jump around and show the full picture and how we're all sort of suffering together, but we're all trying our best. And I don't want to... Baltimore has issues. A lot of American cities have issues, but there are far worse places. I think that's the whole point of including the prostitutes and all that in this. They had it way worse overseas.
How's he know? Horse sauce, right?
He's pissed, Zig. He ain't happy.
No, he ain't happy. Just to finish that thought, I think the point of this series is to be an objective take on what's going on in this city. Not to say, oh, let's feel bad and fix these problems. I don't think a lot of these problems can be fixed. Human beings are just so flawed that there are always going to be those who suffer because of others. And even the people who suffer are going to end up hurting other people and contributing to the pain and suffering of others, because hurt people hurt people. It's just a vicious cycle, man. I think what I just said applies to that first scene with Frank and Nikki. How Nikki's hurt and the actions that he's making out of that hurt are now affecting others. Why is Ziggy always getting naked in his bar? He's taking a picture of his dick.
Whoa, pretty boy. Hey there.
Sorry, I'm pontificating again. Preaching.
Omar by the end of the week, Jimmy. Eileen is on the warpath. Motherfucker, I am serious.
I indicted this piece of shit case because you swore to me we had an eyeball witness.
Damn, dude, I relate to McNulty so much, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. There was a bunch of laundry hanging on that door, and I just took it down and threw it on my bed so I could record and you wouldn't see it. Those single dudes live. We pick up when people come over. Pretend it's always been that way. It hasn't. It was not even close. You'd be surprised how much we can clean and pick up in like 15 minutes. It's absurd when you have to. But on a normal day when you're cleaning, it takes 2 hours. Could have been done in 15 minutes. It's like we panic. You can accomplish a lot when you're scared. Obviously, you guys know that. You're terrified out there. It's okay. You're gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. You're enough, and you can do it.
I got time. I gotta run me past my mom's to pick up Ashley.
Oh, shit, hurry up then.
This
You know
is
I got a ship to
ridiculous that he
work
lives
today.
in here. Whatever. Sorry, I'm judging. I get that he has to. Can't believe he's got a kid though with her.
Just head out the back. I'll pick you up in the back of the alley, all right?
These posters.
Jesus, Nikki, we got kids together.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? We spend the night in your folks' basement.
Right.
They're decent people.
Oops. I'm not decent.
Oh, you got time.
I know.
So why are you grabbing?
They were staring right at me.
They were staring right at me too.
I guess if you want to make sure your cargo isn't messed with, you want to get with one of the checkers. Nothing goes in or out without them putting it down somewhere.
Or not.
Or not.
Yeah.
No one talks to police.
How do you make a case then?
I patrol. We got an open container or a damaged container.
Check it out.
How long you been on?
2 years.
What'd you do before that?
I took tolls from people at the Fort McHenry tunnel, which I'm happy to say wasn't nearly as much fun. Made 22.5, went home tired every night till I walked by the office bulletin board one night. Port Authority officers, Schedule 1, starting at 33 with benefits.
It's nice.
Did you want to be a police?
Or did you just fall into it? Huh. I mean, true for a lot of people. I think in my last reaction or the one before, I said something about who does more for society, the working class or the police. Economically, the police are working class. Let's not get it twisted. Original Xbox, nice. Forgot how big those controllers were. That's what's twisted about the police is they get paid shit too. They get worked like shit too. They struggle just like everybody else, which results in a lot of issues. But they get treated like they're tied to the political sphere and everything else, you know, and the man and the establishment. That they are part of the system.
I need to know, Avon, that you ain't do that shit, all right? That's what I need to know.
I already said it. You ain't gonna believe it. Fuck it. Now they looking for the motherfucker that brought the shit in here, right? They need him to fall, and you know what? I can give you a name. I can give you the right name. We can take that name on down to the assistant ward, and we can get some of our lives back.
He thought this through, bro. That's genius.
This play on the inside, this play on the outside. We got it all covered.
I don't want no part of what you do no more.
What the fuck? Okay, maybe.
So you can just leave me the fuck out of that. Whatever it is.
You don't want to play no more. Dude, I respect the fuck out of D'Angelo, because there are a lot of people in this show who are like, I don't want to play the game no more, but D'Angelo saying that means he's going to do more time. He's going to have to be in there longer, probably. Truly choosing to do the right thing means gaining absolutely nothing from it. Quite the opposite. Daniels, for example. Real quick, and this is something I didn't think about until just now, but they've been doing this all season, is the parallels being drawn between Nick and D'Angelo, these two guys. Both men are rebelling against what their uncles want. Nick isn't listening to Frank and is becoming more involved in criminality, and D'Angelo isn't listening to Avon, but instead of being more involved in criminality, he's being less involved. Sort of playing with societal expectations there.
What the fuck are you wearing?
Italian leather, all right?
How much that shit cost?
$2,000.
What the fuck? This is exactly what Frank said not to do. Nothing flashy. You fucking idiot, Zig.
What?
What the fuck did I tell you about not spreading no cash around?
Jesus Christ, Nikki, it's a fucking code. I mean, I can tell people I'm paying for it on installments or whatever.
No, man. Ziggy is like such a byproduct of nepotism. It's ridiculous. It's always the boss's kid who's spoiled idiot. Even though I wouldn't say he's spoiled, but kinda. He's had it easier than some of these other guys for sure. It's weird that the struggle and the desperation often breeds the best of us. And then when we make it, or we do better, and we climb out of the mud, we don't want our kids getting dirty. But that means they may never be as strong as we are. How the fuck do you reconcile that?
Say what? I don't give a shit about drugs. Littering pisses me off, though, so you can pick that shit up when I'm gone. So look, I'm looking for a stick-up boy named Omar.
They would never rat him out.
Yay long. You put it to your head and steal your shit without thinking twice.
Yeah. How would you know when he got back, though?
Fuck you, officer.
Yeah, they ain't telling you.
Second package came in weaker than the last. Won't take a cut like it did before.
Oh, fucking Atlanta shit costs more, still not as good. Step on that motherfucker.
Damn. I lost respect for Stringer once I realized how wrong he was about the future of the cell phone industry. Probably broke. Well, he probably dies in this series, in a future season. Never mind. He never got to see how prevalent phones became.
You guys should have held that ship. For your crime scene, for your witnesses, for the whole damn case.
Colonel, we were in Philadelphia with no real jurisdiction dealing with foreign nationals and no real probable cause.
Boys, I can only tell you what it looks like from where I sit.
What's it look like, Rawls?
Two of my detectives fucking the dog.
Well, that's paints a picture.
Besides, 14 if we connect the floater, and all of them red.
You're really unreasonable when you were so worried about your percentages.
If I have to throw Burrell a scapegoat or two.
Maybe you two.
I got what to throw.
Oh, he's gonna pick one of you? I paused to take a piss, and as I was pissing, I was thinking I should probably clarify and say that D'Angelo's probably just disillusioned and doesn't give a fuck anymore. It's more about that and less about doing the right thing. So.
Fuck me.
Oh, it's Johnny and Bubs. I think that was them. Yeah. What are they doing? I love it that I'm happy. I was worried we wouldn't see Bubs. I'm clapping like a seal. Jesus Christ. He's happy to see him too. I think ties and stuff on. They're doing some scam for drugs. Little Johnny's.
What do you want to talk to us about?
Well, that was the name of That's
Now, the fact is, we kind of shook things up down there, snatching all them cameras.
yeah, we'll notice.
Stuff we need is not like that.
Uh-oh.
Acid, potassium, permanganate.
Chemicals?
Yeah, it's like paint thinner, shit like that.
What the hell you need with those? Why don't you...
Get rid of bodies?
Metric tons. 5 or 10 tons. Check and you'll see they make these things here.
To get rid of stuff. Evidence, I don't know.
Good money for those.
Maybe.
How much?
How much chemical?
I'll look into it.
What you guys doing?
Yo, Bubbles!
Dude. Oh, it's Foot Locker. They stole a bunch of stuff. That's why they got the trench coats. And his it's not. Oh, they look terrible. He's actually like McNulty's like helping him. He's kind of a lookout right now.
You know how it works, Bubs. You're gonna need to pay taxes on this shit.
Taxation without representation.
Oh no, that's an interesting reference to the Revolutionary War just then.
You want us to wander around town looking for a crazy motherfucker with a shotgun?
You show me a receipt for this shit, you're off the hook.
Oh, and he wasn't just happy to see him. He knew he could use him. Jimmy, Jesus fucking Christ, McNulty. You don't change one bit, do you? You don't grow.
Line by Friday, Bubs.
My client will provide accurate information as to the source of the tainted narcotics. He can identify the method by...
I don't remember his name. The lawyer. We are bringing everybody back in, though.
Your terms?
Mr. Barksdale is due for a first parole hearing at 28
He's getting out.
We'd like to trim that to a year and have your assurances of institutional support
by the end of the season.
1 year on a 7-year bid.
We're offering extraordinary cooperation in this matter. He has no priors whatsoever.
It's my recollection that the city police got shot behind Mr. Barksdale's business.
No, sir. I remember the officer got shot, and I remember being upset.
But they couldn't connect it to his business.
I think what we're asking is reasonable under the circumstances.
I didn't think for a second that Avon tainted Tillman's heroin not just because of retribution for we-base fish, but this ploy. That's crazy, man.
Tuna surprise? Christ's sakes, Ma, I climbed all over 2 ships today. How about a meal for that kind of day, huh?
Dude, don't talk to your mother like that, expecting things. Unless you're kidding.
Is that the bar with the horses?
Yeah.
Go tell him it's dinner.
Is this the woman who plays Raylan Gibbons' mom and or not his mom, but aunt turned stepmom in Justified? Maybe. I love Justified, by the way. Great series. Check it out. Really great series, actually.
We winning, Pop?
Nico.
You up today?
Actually, that series sort of does with Kentucky what this series does with Baltimore. Not as well, probably, but not Kentucky, but Kentucky's the state, but Harlan County. Obviously, Baltimore's a city. Don't get at me.
You know, we double-told her down at number 4. Maybe 2 years before the dry dock closed up.
She still floats, huh? You ever miss it, Pop?
Wouldn't do no good. What's for dinner?
Like, thinking about
Tuna
the past. Can't change the past. Can't go back, sort of thing. Tuna surprise. That was a really nice scene. I sort of talked over it. I didn't appreciate it the way I should have.
You're loyal to your people. Don't worry, Lieutenant. Burrell wants you on this detail, so I want you to.
Even when you're not working for the weekend to go to the bar, when you're retired, you go to the bar. Drink your life away. Better than thinking about this.
Valchek's creation, but the detail is investigative and comes under CID. If they work for me, they need my okay.
Have I ever seen you guys in a scene together?
Good news is I got
Rolls
no
and
problem with
Daniels?
anyone on your list.
Is that McNulty?
Except McNulty.
Yeah.
No McNulty. Nothing that even resembles the son of a bitch. He quits or he drowns.
Fucking bones. Oh god, my god.
You even know what this detail's about, Lieutenant? 2 fucking Polacks pissing on each other's leg.
Yeah. It's interesting, though. I mean, it's going to work in his favor. It's juicy, juicy case. You know, that's interesting with the Valchek and Frank thing. I just don't want to say Frank's last name because I always fuck it up. But... Okima. But it's also like a cultural thing with them. A cultural beef. two people that came from the same place, obviously, same types of families, and ended up in very different positions, opposing positions. It's like in Justified when Raylan and Boyd are, yeah, actually. Whoa.
Get your ass down, fool. Fuck you, lady.
Nice. Get up! Good! Kima.
Ain't no lady.
She hasn't been in the field for a while, so she needed to do this. Is he identifying with the dog or admiring the dog right now? Yeah, this is yeah. Follow orders without question, Daniels. Or don't, I don't know. Do your thing. Nice jacket. What is this? Dispatchers?
On this side. Most of the chemicals over at the Fairfield terminals.
See, this is what I did. In addition to, I was, you know, like I said, I worked the dock. I was also a yard horse for a while, dropping in trailers, moving around.
Oh, Jesus, Ziggy.
Oh, just ruined his...
Clumsy, I guess. But hey, you know, you can just go out and steal a whole can full of baby wipes and just clean yourself up. Fucking goof.
They know he's... Damn.
You think my little woman's gonna give a great big cheer when she hears about it? I was out the damn door.
You don't know Cheryl.
You don't know Marla.
I love you guys.
I could use you inside like we did Prez last year.
If I hear the music, I'm gonna dance.
Dance. Yeah. I thought she was gonna say that in the last scene with her, but it makes sense to say it here. Because she heard the music. You know what I mean. The dude was dancing. Are we gonna be able to get McNulty in the details about it?
You know what subtle means? Lay back and shit.
Suppose. Yeah, that works. As a definition, sort of. Oh, damn it, guys. I'll even put it over his ears completely.
If you go rolling over rocks, then you're gonna get bit by a snake, right?
Gotta give what working police is due.
Sort of.
One place that got the boarded up windows.
How many doors down from the end?
Oh, these are the women working with Omar. This is serendipitous.
Anyone got a lot on that wild boy? Omar? Yeah, I need Omar.
She roll with Omar. I just want to wear.
Yeah. This is strange. They put her in this room. Coincidence.
You stand out on one of them corners with a big ass package. You be talking to that nigga soon enough.
Yeah, just have him just set a trap for Omar. I wonder how McNulty knew Omar came back to Baltimore though. Or did I miss that? She's gonna tell Omar.
The price of cooperation is an agreement by the state parole officials to move Mr. Barksdale's first parole hearing forward by 12 months.
You can't make a case on just some con say-so. We need the dope on the table.
Here we go again with the dope on the table.
But if we come up empty on this, you won't?
No, he knows what you need to know, but he's not gonna tell you everything.
5 will get you 10. That's the motherfucker that spiked the packages.
You have proof of this?
Smart guy. That'd be interesting if they actually can prove that somehow. Also, that guy, I don't know his name, but I feel like him and Omar grew up together. The guy who said 5 will get you 10, you know. Him and Avon.
Major, understand you asked for me.
My son-in-law can't say enough in your favor. And of course, you did him a good turn last year, right?
You want to tell me about this target?
This is where hope comes in. You put good out into the world. Daniels did with Prez, came back around. Let's go. Do that, people. Put good out there. Do the right thing.
The fact that his people will up and steal anything that isn't nailed down.
It's true. He doesn't want them to, but it's true. His own son.
Pretty good digs. Come on, I'll show you.
I guess it's better than where you guys were last season.
From a young woman to her mother,
or at least an older woman.
Oh.
It's almost ready, Father.
He's gonna cross some paths with some people, McNulty.
So who's she writing to?
Oh, there is no name. The letter is for the whole family.
God, right? This feels like
She
such an
signs
archaic
Nadia.
place.
Her name is Nadia.
We're in the early 20th century or something.
Is she in trouble?
She's dead. So anything in the letter that gives any indications to where these people live?
If you had an envelope.
Look at this place.
Specific she mentions is a church,
obviously.
Saint Volodymyr's or Saint Vladimir, and a priest, Father
It's late.
Vasil, it says. But leave the letter. I will try.
Is that why she wants him to leave it?
Saying if there isn't enough work, then you could do something else, that's all.
There's enough work.
You know who's gonna suffer the most? This little girl, but she's probably gonna be president of the United States in the reality that is The Wire. That's how it works. And she'll help no one. She'll try, but there's only so much you can do.
And maybe we don't rent. Maybe we try and buy something in the neighborhood.
Just move out of Baltimore. I get moving costs money, but ask Frank to spot you and get out of here. Now he feels like he can do this because he's doing this shit with the Greeks side stuff with the chemicals.
Hey, Dwight, what's up? We're gonna have to search your vehicle.
You're in trouble, bro. And they brought Eggman.
No call and no damn warrant. You drive onto a DLC facility, you acknowledge the vehicle subject to search.
That's fair. Dwight. I don't know why that name makes me laugh. Wait, Ziggy's I got his name tattooed on his fingers?
He's gonna be back from lunch any minute, Zig.
Ziggy's wild, man. Bingo. Look at Tillman's face.
Y'all planted that shit.
Who's bringing shit in anyway?
What's with the whistles?
It's for us.
Yeah?
Yeah, they marked us the moment we stepped out of the car.
Oh, wow.
So that's horse face? How'd you get that name?
You need a close-up?
You remember that container that came off that day? With all the dead girls?
No.
You don't remember all them dead girls?
Forgot.
I remember when you found them all in the stacks. I don't remember that they came off the Atlantic Light.
All right, let's take a ride downtown. Clear this mess up.
No. Am I locked up?
Get in the damn car.
You want me in that car, you need to lock me up. And if that's the way it's going to be, then I want to talk to my shop steward. And he can have an IBS lawyer go with me.
And he's not wrong.
Hey, Dad, when I was...
Say cheese! You pull another stunt like that, Zig, I'll have your damn card. I don't care who your mother is.
I didn't think how his parents weren't probably together, Ziggs. Makes
Kinda
sense.
smart for a fat man, isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of smart. I don't know what the weight has to do with it. Oh, for fuck's sake, Zig.
Fuck! Get your dick out of my computer!
Forgot he took that picture. He's gonna provoke that guy to the point where he's gonna,
I shipped them humps back to Burrell as fast as I could.
Oh, Herc's here, yeah, duh. Carve is not going to be here because Carve was a rat for Burrell.
What kept you?
How's it hang?
How you doing? All right. Where's Lester? We got him too, right?
He was out on the street today with homicide.
Oh,
the Rawls promised to give him the bad news tomorrow.
Oh, he's Lester's coming though.
McNulty, they really hate. Not that I blame him.
I want McNulty to find out that they're doing this though, so he can be upset, and I can laugh, you know.
We don't even know what the hell we're supposed to be chasing here. I mean, no offense to your father-in-law, but it's real fair.
For now.
Beats the hell out of ECU anyway.
Oh, guys.
Lady have this daughter. The daughter's born a mute. The wife doesn't like that at all, so she breaks that, right? So this got stuck raising this daughter. She has a period. She freaks out, goes to him. He thinks she was raped.
Whoa. Jackpot.
The fuck?
$10 right here.
There he is.
Snitching Bubs.
Oh, damn. Don't kill Bubs, please. This would be very conflicting.
You be asking for me?
Okay. This has got... Oh, okay, we're cutting back. Okay, because, yeah, they're telling the wives or the partners. And they both eat like this with candles. And like it's the 19th century. You guys listen to this music? Both of you at the same time? All four of you, I mean? I like the way this is edited, though. I do. And filmed. But the candles are, it's a little on the nose. Unless Kima and Daniels are like, you know what'll make this a lot easier? Let's buy these candles. Daniels bought them. And he's like, they were buy one, get one, 2-pack. So I figured, let's put these on the table, set the mood, add to the ambiance, make everything feel a lot more lax, laid back, subtle, as some would say. And, yeah, then tell him, here, take the candles.
He says I shouldn't sign it. Says
He
I'm
looks
giving
good.
away too much. I would never, under any circumstances, pay that kind of support in alimony if we went to court.
I think you'd get fucked in court, McNulty. He says that maybe because he just wants to go to court and get paid.
Signed and notarized.
Good for you. But he's just trying to get some. To get it.
I want to get back together.
Yeah, he does. He's working, yeah, woman. I don't remember your name.
Yo, Shrink. Now I was settled with that.
Has led to drug distribution charges against 3 inmates, one whom himself, that the maximum penalties will be sought against this officer.
I got a midterm. I gotta study.
Idris Elba's like one of those dudes who's always looked the same age. He's probably 25 in this, maybe 30. And he looks like he's 40, but in a good way, you know what I mean? Like some people always look like boys, always act like boys. And then others always look like men, always act like men. And then you get the in-betweens, the people that look like men are boys, people that are boys that are men. That was a dumb thing to say. That didn't make any sense. And there was nothing significant about that, what I said. Or funny. It was a waste of time.
Ray Charles can save that mess for me. No, sir.
Bro, Bunks is hilarious to me, kinda. Yeah, oh yeah, he is. Always with the cigar and shit. And now he's got Lester on him. Damn it. I like that they're at this bar, though.
Get an education.
Hey, darling.
What's the deal?
Oh, just dropping in for 1 or 2, and then we'll take ourselves out of here. How about you?
I'm leaving after this one.
Yeah, no. Nervous. They're all nervous. And Bunk and Lester are going to notice that.
Guess what, police? I don't recognize either one of you.
No, they're definitely not.
Homicide? Who got killed?
Well, dead girls in a can.
That was an accident. Excuse me.
Dude, Bunk is hilarious. Bunk, I'm at a bar, Bunk shows up like that. I'm just like, dude, I took a pen from the learning shop years ago, but my mom made me take it back and apologize, okay? I don't know what else you want me to tell you. Once I drank a beer and I liked the glass, so I just walked out of the bar with it. Oh, he's freaking out. Just tell him about the pen, man. You're the baddest motherfucker alive. You're the baddest motherfucker alive. You're not, though. But don't let anyone tell you that. Not even me. Oh, wow. What a... I love that final shot! Fuck yes! Of the working class. Like, where we were, where we are. You know what I mean? Where he comes from, sort of. Oh, how where we come from has gotten us where we are. Things we'll do for love. Love of our fellow workers.